Ancient Alexandria, a true beacon of Hellenistic ingenuity, once illuminated the entire Mediterranean world with its unparalleled intellectual brilliance and profound grandeur. At its heart stood an institution legendary in scope, a colossal testament to humanity's insatiable hunger for knowledge and understanding. This was the Great Library of Alexandria. More than just books, it was a vibrant, living repository of ancient wisdom. Its very name evokes images of countless papyrus scrolls, teeming with the accumulated thoughts of brilliant minds across millennia. Today, its physical form is lost, yet its spectral presence casts a long shadow over our understanding of ancient intellectual history. We delve into its remarkable story, piecing together fragments from the ash of forgotten history to grasp its enduring significance. The vision for this monumental library emerged under Ptolemy I Soter, Alexander the Great's general, who founded the city itself. He sought to create a universal library, a true compendium of all knowledge ever recorded for the burgeoning Hellenistic world. His successor, Ptolemy II Philadelphus, brought this ambitious project to magnificent fruition, sparing no expense or effort. Scribes diligently copied every incoming ship's texts. All scrolls entering Alexandria were meticulously cataloged and acquired for its collection. Messengers were dispatched across continents, actively seeking out unique manuscripts, from philosophical treatises to scientific observations and epic poetry. The library thus grew exponentially, becoming the largest and most comprehensive collection of written works the ancient world had ever known. It wasn't merely a storage facility. The library was a vibrant research institution, part of the wider Museum of Alexandria. Here, scholars like Euclid penned his geometry, Eratosthenes calculated Earth's circumference, and Herophilus pioneered human anatomy. Callimachus meticulously catalogued its vast holdings, creating the Pennaches, the world's first comprehensive bibliographic index of ancient literature. The library housed an estimated 500,000 scrolls at its peak, an astonishing number, reflecting immense intellectual dedication and investment. These included masterpieces of Greek literature, Egyptian wisdom texts, Babylonian chronicles, and potentially Persian and Indian philosophical works. It was a crucible of intellectual exchange, where different traditions converged, debated, and contributed to a universal reservoir of human thought. Yet, even during its golden age, the library was not impervious to the tumultuous tides of political and social upheaval. The first significant blow, often attributed to its decline, arrived with Julius Caesar's Alexandrian War in 48 BCE. Historical accounts suggest some of Caesar's ships, trapped in the harbor, were deliberately set ablaze to prevent capture by Ptolemaic forces. The fire reportedly spread to the docks, then to nearby buildings, potentially engulfing a large part of the library's precious annexes. While perhaps not the main collection, this incident marked a critical moment, signifying the vulnerability of Alexandria's intellectual treasures. Subsequent Roman emperors, although patrons of knowledge, failed to fully restore the library to its former unparalleled intellectual grandeur and scope. The library's gradual decline continued through the Roman period, exacerbated by internal strife and shifting intellectual priorities within the empire. Economic instability meant fewer resources were dedicated to maintaining and expanding its vast, priceless collection of ancient knowledge and literature. The rise of Christianity also brought new ideologies. Early Christians sometimes viewed pagan learning with suspicion and hostility, impacting scholarship.
Emperor Theodosius I's decrees outlawing pagan worship in the late 4th century led to the destruction of many ancient temples and intellectual centers. Most famously, the Serapeum, often considered a daughter library or annex, was completely destroyed in 391 CE by a Christian mob. This violent act certainly consumed many scrolls, representing another tragic, irreparable loss to the collective memory of the ancient world.
The exact fate of the main library building, however, remains shrouded in complex historical debate and persistent conflicting narratives. Some scholars argue it slowly withered away, neglected over centuries, its papyri succumbing to the ravages of time and humidity. Others point to multiple smaller incidents of damage and decay, rather than a single cataclysmic destructive event engulfing its entirety. The notion of a grand, deliberate burning persists, capturing the imagination, but direct, conclusive archaeological evidence remains elusive for historians. It is plausible that different parts of the complex suffered distinct fates across various historical epochs through separate acts of destruction. Therefore, no single culprit can be definitively blamed for the complete obliteration of this magnificent repository of ancient human wisdom.
The narrative often shifts to the Arab conquest of Alexandria in 642 CE, adding another layer to the library's tragic demise. According to a much later account by Abd al-Latif al-Baghdadi, Caliph Omar allegedly ordered the remaining books to be burned. The Caliph supposedly reasoned that if the books agreed with the Quran, they were redundant. If they disagreed, they were heretical. This dramatic tale, however, appears in historical texts centuries after the event, leading many modern scholars to question its veracity. It likely represents a powerful symbolic condemnation of knowledge destruction, rather than a factual account of the library's final moments. By the 7th century, any remaining fragments of the Great Library would have been a shadow of its former, glorious intellectual self.
What truly perished with the Library of Alexandria extends far beyond mere physical scrolls, reaching into the very fabric of human thought. Imagine countless lost treatises on philosophy, medicine, astronomy, and engineering, which could have transformed subsequent scientific advancements significantly. Perhaps entire schools of thought, complete historical records, and invaluable literary works vanished, never to be rediscovered or appreciated again. The works of playwrights, poets, and historians, now known only by a few tantalizing fragments or references, were once complete within its walls. We are left with tantalizing gaps in our understanding of the ancient world, echoes of knowledge irrevocably lost to time's relentless passage. Each lost papyrus represents a potential breakthrough, a unique perspective, or a piece of the human story extinguished forever from our grasp.
The ash of forgotten history is not just literal. It symbolizes the intellectual vacuum left by the library's demise and destruction. It reminds us of the fragility of knowledge, how easily centuries of diligent human effort can be erased by neglect, conflict, or fanaticism. The library's fate serves as a potent cautionary tale, highlighting humanity's recurrent struggle to preserve its own accumulated wisdom for future generations. It underscores the critical importance of institutions dedicated to scholarship, preservation, and the free exchange of diverse, challenging ideas. The idea of the library, however, continues to inspire, fueling the creation of new institutions, digital archives, and cultural repositories worldwide. Its enduring legend encourages us to rebuild, to continuously seek out, gather, and safeguard the expanding frontiers of human understanding.
Modern efforts, like the Bibliotheca Alexandrina, stand as a symbolic phoenix rising from the conceptual ashes of its ancient predecessor. This contemporary library aims to rekindle Alexandria's intellectual flame, connecting ancient wisdom with modern research in a digital age. It embodies the hope that humanity, learning from past losses, can create new, resilient centers for universal knowledge and continuous discovery. Yet, the ghost of the original library whispers a profound lesson about the impermanence of even the most magnificent human achievements. The burning of books, whether literal or figurative, represents a profound loss for all, diminishing the rich tapestry of collective human experience. It teaches us that vigilance is perpetually required to protect intellectual freedom and the diverse records that shape our understanding of existence.
The true tragedy is not just the absence of specific texts, but the lost potential for future scholarship and transformative historical developments. How might the trajectory of science, philosophy, or even societal development have differed with continued access to that vast trove of knowledge? We can only speculate about the myriad paths untaken, the profound insights unshared, and the countless intellectual sparks that were extinguished too soon. The Library of Alexandria stands as an eternal monument to both humanity's highest aspirations and its most destructive, regrettable tendencies. It represents the pinnacle of ancient intellectual endeavor, a bold attempt to consolidate human wisdom in a single, accessible, and magnificent location. Its memory compels us to continually strive for knowledge, to cherish, protect, and expand the intellectual heritage we painstakingly accumulate over time.
The story of its rise and fall echoes through the centuries, a poignant reminder of our collective responsibility to safeguard our intellectual legacy. For in every book, every scroll, every digital file lies a piece of humanity's soul, a voice from the past or a vision for the future. Let us reflect on the ash of forgotten history, recognizing that knowledge once lost is often irrecoverable, leaving voids in our understanding. This powerful narrative urges us to build robust institutions, fostering environments where inquiry thrives and wisdom is revered above all else. The legacy of Alexandria's Lost Library lives on, not as a physical place, but as a potent symbol of mankind's eternal pursuit of enlightenment. May its spectral presence forever remind us to protect the flickering flame of knowledge, lest history's lessons once again turn to ash.